I'm waiting for Sinta, and hopefully she's gonna come in soon. Sorry, tadi, hi, Pagita. Sorry, tadi I was celebrating karena I'm going to do my master's di UNC Chapel Hill. All of them are online karena Rona. Hi, Sinta. Waiting for her to join. Yes.
Hi.
Sorry, gila gue masih muka bantal, sorry. Baru
It's
bangun.
okay. It's okay. Thank you so much.
So, I'm setting up.
Okay. Oh my
So,
OMG.
lo itu aja dulu. If you want,
Okay.
yeah, if you wanna just
start.
explain tadi soal itu,
Yeah.
Chapel
Okay.
Hill, go ahead, gue bikin kopi bentar.
Okay. So really quickly, Sinta itu adalah teman gue yang kita ketemunya di IG, and she's actually a grassroots activist di Philadelphia. She's Indonesian, but she is a US citizen, and she was recently really active during the election. So this is not about the actual election. This is more about how she went into activism and how when the world seems so hard. Oops, sorry. That was hilarious. And how if the world seems so hard, you can still make a difference. So hopefully we'll learn something from her. And as for me, yes, I just got into UNC Chapel Hill, and it's going to be a lot of work, but let's see what happens. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone. So
Di mana?
it's North Carolina. So it's in University of North Carolina, and I hear it has a phenomenal basketball team and lots of stuff. So I guess I'll just be buying people.
As you can see, I'm making coffee right now.
Yeah, it's okay. And so I'll be doing that. Cool.
Kapan tuh? So when do you think you're gonna be there?
I'm going to do it all online, so it's January.
Oh, online. I thought you were coming here.
No, it's because of Rona. Oh, my mom-in-law is here. Hi.
Oh my gosh, hi mom.
Yes, hi.
Oh,
Mom.
by the way, Baswe, sorry, a little off topic, but before I forget, want to invite your mom and you to talk soon. We'll talk offline. As a part of like an Indonesian women activists talking about there's a film, I forgot. I think it's Marlena.
Okay.
The film is about Marlena, but they
yeah.
want to do a discussion with women activists, and then I can recommend it you and your mom. So.
Oh, thank you. My mom will be very
Yeah.
because she loves anak muda.
All right. I think I'm here. Kayaknya nyawa gue udah mulai berkumpul. Udah mulai terkumpul. So hold on just a second. It's fine.
It's like super early right now in the US, and she's going to be doing this IG live with me, and it's like here in Jakarta, it's Friday night. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much. This new IG live format is weird. I've never done it.
It's like I have like a ton of deadline. That's why I was staying up.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much. So I decided to do this talk this time dengan Sinta, di mana aku bakal interview dia. Karena, hi Nas, karena kita biasanya kalau ngedenger masalah dunia, like when we hear global issues kayak poverty or if there's any political issues whatsoever, it seems so hard and the problem seems so big as if it's impossible for any of us to do anything. Jadi kita jadi apathetic atau kita give up aja atau kita kerjanya cuman trolling online terus marah-marah, right? Like we just go online and just get mad at people on Facebook. But the thing is, Sinta did something about it. And no, she's not a bigwig politician, and she's not a billionaire. So it is possible to make a difference in your local community when you're
you're breaking up a little bit, Greg.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is everyone hearing us okay right now? Karena Indonesian connection.
Yeah, hold on. Let me check ya.
Is everyone hearing us okay? I hope so. Bisa kedengeran? Oke, oke. Kalau misalnya nggak bisa, nanti we can keep working on it. So anyway, yeah. So thank you so much for joining. Oh no, my voice is muffled. Okay. Thank you so much for joining. And let's get this started, this party started. Anyway, so thank you, Sinta, for being here and for having coffee and waking up to me and to all of us. Sinta, waktu itu kan kamu kan waktu itu benar-benar ngebantu during pemilu di Amerika. And Sinta, by the way, is a U.S. citizen who now lives in Philadelphia. So she's Indonesian, but now she's in the United States. Waktu itu kan kamu benar-benar aktif during the election untuk Amerika. Now, why actually? Like, why bother? How come you decided to actually go on the ground and do something? Did something happen? Ada episode nggak cerita yang terjadi?
Okay. Jadi for this election untuk pemilu ini, karena gue jadi sedikit background, gue udah aktif di the Indonesian community in South Philadelphia maybe since 2012, ya, jadi sekitar 8 years because I moved there dan recognized as one of the community leaders gitu. Jadi when the pemilu happened or when this election happened, mereka mencari AAPI leaders, so Asian American Pacific Islanders leaders, yang bisa membantu untuk ngumpulin orang-orang, so then we can tell people why they should vote for Biden, gitu. So that's why gue libat ya. It's because of that. Did anything happen in the community? Will Donald Trump happen, in my opinion? That
I know.
That actually changes, mungkin orang Indonesia nggak tahu, that actually changes a lot of policy yang sangat impacting the community here in South Philadelphia. Karena
Jadi
South Philadelphia community the effect is affecting the community gitu. Immigration issues, poverty issues, things like that. That's why I was involved.
I see. What immigration issues did you see waktu itu yang kamu lihat sendiri sehingga Kak Sinta sampai mikir, wah udah nggak bener lagi nih, aku harus melakukan sesuatu. What happened that you saw? Bukan hanya baca, bukan hanya ngedengar dari orang.
Yeah. So waktu Obama presiden, there are some changes in the immigration issue. Kita kan, like I'm U.S. citizen, but I'm an immigrant, right? I'm an immigrant here. Gitu. So kebijaksanaan or policy that changed at that time is not so much, but the way Donald Trump administration did it to the immigrant community yang sangat ini sekali like sangat menyakiti gitu ya, like it hurts the community.
I see.
Kayak apa? Kayak detaining people, nangkepin orang-orang yang sebenarnya masih lagi diproses statusnya, ditangkepin di depan anaknya, like kenapa?
Itu kamu lihat?
Terjadi di komunitas kita, my own friend, gitu loh. And I have a dance group gitu ya, Modero and Company. It happens to my, one of my families in the dance group.
Yeah.
So like impacted, like beneran impacting our community gitu.
Yeah. Understand. I'm so sorry. That seems like a lot. So basically you saw how it changed the people around you. It saw how it impacted your entire community. Dan lu abis itu bilang, ya udah nggak bisa lagi. I need to do something. Nah, tapi before you do something kan nggak bisa terjun aja. What did you do? What steps did you take? Did you research? Like, what did you do? You didn't just did you just go down like on the street and go like,
Right.
yo, join me, right?
Yeah, exactly, right? Jadi
Yeah,
the many years before that, gue lebih dikenal mungkin waktu itu sebagai seniman tradisional, penari.
I see.
That's it,
I
right?
see.
Sebagai penari. Tapi karena jadi gini, I started my dance company ngajarin tari tradisional Indonesia because
Yeah,
these people that live in Philly has no connection to
I see.
Indonesian culture.
I see.
They can try Indonesian food, but there's no that culture. So I
I
started
see.
there. Then because I started there, I was known as Ibu Guru gitu. Because I was
Oh,
known as Ibu Guru, then I get invited, right, to go
yeah,
to
yeah.
meetings, to
I see.
perform. Then I get to know the community. Jadi gue udah aktif di situ. Dan kemudian jadi terlibat jadi sebagai salah satu community leader. All those years, because I was active in the community, I know the challenges in the community. Apa sih yang kesulitan-kesulitan dalam komunitas? Because I know
see.
that, then we try to connect dengan local government. And then we
I
try
see.
to talk to local organizations yang juga grassroots communities, aktivis gitu. That's why. Jadi nggak
Wow.
pada saat kejadian, terus akhirnya gue langsung bisa turun ke jalan. That's
Yeah,
not what it is. It's actually years of building your network dengan
I see.
orang-orang yang sependapat mungkin, like
Ngerti.
have the same mind and the same mission gitu.
Nice. Oh my gosh, that's so inspiring. So I think the thing is, whenever we see a huge problem or whenever we see something we're passionate about, misalnya ini bukan hanya untuk pemilu kan, ini untuk kalau ada undang-undang yang kita nggak suka atau kalau misalnya ada masalah sosial yang kita benar-benar feeling passionate about, juga kalau misalnya tentang global warming and any environmental issues, a lot of times it seems so big and we just get so angry, and then we either give up or we go, or do I just go down immediately and start? But what Kak Sinta did was lay out the groundwork for years. And she did it in a very organic way, which is something we all can do, right? Like you start with talking to 3 people, and then you talk to 5, and then you talk to 50, and then you just really get to know what's going on with the people around you. So when you were laying the groundwork and you were talking to a lot of people over years, and I think this is something all of us can learn because not everything in this world is instant. Like change is not instant, right? Tapi kita were impatient, right? So kalau misalnya udah lama and you feel like, aduh, ini mau seberapa lama lagi? How do you keep your hope actually? Like why bother keep going if you don't see the results immediately?
Yeah, well, we did it because we care. Satu gitu ya.
Yeah.
It happens to our family and friends di Philadelphia. Karena gue kan nggak sendirian. Like it's not Sinta, fighting on the street. No, but it's the community. So, like there's many of us. Well, we have to fight. Because if not, kita akan kembali lagi ke zaman opresi gitu loh. Kita di Philadelphia udah sebagai immigrant community, many of our tante-tante di Philadelphia nih mungkin bahasa Inggrisnya kurang bagus. So there's a lot of challenges buat mereka dapat kerjaan dan lain-lainnya.
Oh, I see.
So we have to be hopeful and we have to fight. But that's when the networking means so much because we come together as a community gitu. And we come together then as with a politician yang care about immigrant community, maybe politician from people of color, right? POC, those kind of things. Karena memang if you're not white, honestly, in the US, the challenge is different than when you're white, right? So that's why we do all this networking with a lot of people. Jadi tadi speaking of pemilu, bukan cuma pemilu presiden aja, that's important.
Okay.
This is when, kalau di Indonesia mungkin pilkada ya, this is when local election itu important gitu. Kenapa lo harus milih orang yang beneran peduli? Because actually it's easier to talk to the mayor than for us to talk to the president, of course. You know,
Yeah. Right.
that's how you change policy. That's how you,
Ngerti.
because in the US, there's like city policy, sama lah, right? Di Indonesia juga kan
Ngerti.
ada
Sama.
pemerintah, right?
Mirip. Yeah,
The city policy, state policy, and then there's like that federal
ngerti.
part,
Yeah.
you know.
Iya, karena
Gitu.
sering kita ngelihat kalau misalnya change itu harus mulainya, let's just change the president, or let's change, the EU, let's change the UN. If we don't change
No.
these big things, that's it. It's all over, right? Like, whereas you were looking at it as change happens locally. Maksudnya, sebenarnya daripada kita selalu mikirnya, oke, kita harus change semua leaders di dunia ini, you were looking at it from a much more organic place, dan itu jauh lebih achievable, dan benar, itu lebih ngefek ke komunitas sekarang ini,
Exactly.
di komunitas kamu. Yeah. So remember everyone, kalau pengen ngeganti positive changes di kelurahan kamu, itu juga bisa. Tetapi it does take work, dan it does take dedication. Ada nggak sih someone who inspired you a lot in your community that you just kept being hopeful walaupun sering merasanya hopeless? Ada nggak?
Oh,
Yes.
ada.
Oh ya.
So, his name is Pastor Aldo. Dia pastor.
Yeah.
Dia seumur gue sih. So we're friends. Like, I don't call him Pastor Aldo. I call him Aldo. Gitu.
Yeah.
And why he inspires me so much, karena dia udah lebih mungkin like he's like 5 years there before me. Jadi dia udah 5 tahun di situ.
Okay.
And he knows a lot more people. And then what did he do? Kenapa dia inspiring? Jadi dia become a pastor because he thinks that he can help people a little bit more, and also because dia Kristen. But dia membantu orang-orang Indonesia yang Muslim, dari orang Indonesia yang Muslim nggak punya gereja, itu sholatnya di mana? Sholatnya di gerejanya dia.
Wow.
Itu di mana lebarannya? Lebarannya di gerejanya dia gitu loh, kalau lagi musim dingin. So this is a person who's like opening his door, orang Indonesia, orang Batak, ya kan? Yang peduli banget gitu. Dan Pastor Aldo, and really it's not just him, a lot of pastors too, but he's the one that like really inspire me. Jadi gini, orang Indonesia sometimes unfortunately agak males untuk belajar bahasa Inggris, especially the older people.
Really?
And then, you can't blame them, right? You can't blame them. Like if we talk about like, the history of orang Indonesia di South Philly, it's like more complicated. So they need help. Does the city care that we don't speak English? No. So they need help untuk ke dokter, ya kan? Untuk buka rekening listrik, untuk buka rekening bank.
You're right.
Yes. This is the guy that would go with anybody who asked him with them.
Gosh.
So he inspired me. And then waktu gua mulai aktif dalam komunitas, then I start doing that too for people. Like not for pay. Like you cannot take that, you know. You just go. Sometimes you go 2 or 3 hours with people untuk ke dokter appointment. You know, like sometimes it takes forever, right?
It's doctors,
So that's how much, I think that's how much we care. Dan dia adalah satu orang yang menginspirasi gue gitu.
Okay, that's an amazing story. I didn't know. I want to meet this pastor one day. He sounds
you have to.
Amazing. And I think, wow, okay. I think this teaches us that really kindness goes such a long way, and you don't have to be one of these, Instagram influencers that can create, these messages that is read by millions of people. You can be a really nice, kind person and help people, right then and there. Jadi untuk kita semua, misalnya kita bisa aja ngebantu neighbor kita di sebelah.
Of course. Yeah.
That's possible. Wow, that's amazing. He sounds amazing. Okay. But the thing is, for every Pastor Aldo, pasti kan ada aja yang nggak percaya dengan kepercayaan kamu kan. Pasti ada aja yang nggak believe dengan mission kamu. And this is with everything. Ini bukan hanya pemilu. Like, if you're big into fighting global warming, there are people who will not support you. They can be even your family.
Absolutely.
If you believe in anything at all, basically if you believe in any principle, any person, anything, you will definitely 1000% get people who won't support you.
Yeah.
That's a fact. But
Yep.
if that's the case, and especially let's say it's your family or it's like friends or it's like your neighbors, how how did you deal with that? Like what how did you keep going? I love how she's like, oh.
Yeah. Because like yeah. So this is a good question because it happens every day. So you know, like a lot of issues in the community yang mungkin kita peduli, but a lot of
Yeah,
people don't care, you know, like they're
yeah,
thinking, ngapain sih lu?" gitu. Like sometimes that
yeah,
happens, yeah.
yeah.
Um, how do we keep going? We keep going because there's still, masih ada teman-teman yang butuh untuk dibantu. There are still people who still need
Mm,
the help, right?
yeah,
We cannot stop if people gonna start talking about us, whatever it is.
yeah,
Like people gossip about me and Aldo maybe and saying like, oh, they just want to be famous.
yeah, yeah,
It really is not that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Um, you have to keep going
yeah.
because we know that we're not always on top. You know, it's
Understand.
like, you know, the circle of life. Sometimes we're here, sometimes we're here.
Understand.
And it has proven over and over again in our community, orang-orang yang tadinya, you know, like saying, like, what are you doing? I don't believe in what you believe. I don't
Yeah,
believe dengan mungkin lo mendukung LGBTQ issues. But
yeah,
then
ngerti.
a few years later, you needed help, right?
Yeah,
But we still
yeah,
help you. You know, we have to. Then, jadi maybe in a way we kill them with kindness.
I
In a
see.
way, we can't stop because it's just in our
Mm,
blood. We can't stop. Tapi sometimes you have to ignore these kind of things. It's negative. It's like, what is our mission? Jadi super focus in goalnya apa, your mission.
okay,
Let haters gonna hate, right?
true.
Let them talk. So we have a good mission. I think we have a
Yeah,
good heart, and people know it. Like people know, yeah. Even people who talks about us, people who talks about me, will come to us for help the minute they need to be
true,
connected to a politician. So then we
true.
help them. Jadi mereka tahu kita tuh beneran ikhlas gitu.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
you're super inspiring. Pastor Aldo's really inspiring. This is
Yes.
yeah, no, that requires a lot of heart and killing your ego to help
Yeah.
literally everyone. Tetapi di mana, where do you draw the line? Di mana line-nya kalau misalnya menurut kamu itu um, mungkin cara orang itu disagree dengan kamu itu sangat kurang ajar. For example, kalau di online apalagi ya, itu online bullying kan bisa abis-abisan gila-gilaan because
Yeah.
once you're a keyboard warrior, you just feel invisible and you say crazy stuff, right?
Yeah. Yep.
WA group, Facebook, Instagram. Now, what happens though when those same people who just went over the line ask you for help?
It's tough. I mean, we're only
Tulus
human,
hati.
gitu kan.
Yeah.
We're only human. And honestly, like you can see my shirt, yeah, Indonesian for Black
Ngerti.
Lives.
Yeah.
So gue passionate with this issue. Why? Because my husband is black, my children are black and Indonesian.
Right.
Jadi ini gue sangat vocal about things like this.
Yeah.
And some people is really against it because they don't understand, in my opinion. Yeah, they
That's
don't
fine.
understand.
Yeah.
So where do you draw the
Understand.
line? When people are so hateful on social media, I don't really
Mhm.
care because they're only hateful on social media.
Yeah. I
The
see.
minute I see them walking di toko, they're gonna come to me and say, "Oh, halo kak, halo kak." It's like that all the time, Git, all the time.
Oh my
So
gosh. Bold.
buat orang-orang yang kayak gitu, I don't care. You know, like that's why
Okay,
I
I
tell
see.
my friends, stop fighting on Facebook. Everybody wants to be right on Facebook, right?
Yeah,
So
Facebook's the worst.
yeah, I mean,
Oh
gue
my gosh.
like my thing is this, and it's not karena gue sombong belagu, but I do tell people this, like, okay, great, take it to Facebook because I think awareness is important. Tapi at the same time, kerja nyatanya apa? Like, and then what's next that you can do that actually affecting your community secara positif, nggak cuma ngomong gitu loh. Dan gue, I'm a little bit against keyboard warrior, not that, you know, because I
Yeah.
want them to do something. Come join me gitu. Ya kan? Lo ngomong,
Ngerti.
lo harus ini sama orang hitam. You know, like, that's like that in our community. But then like, well, how many black friends do you have then?
Yeah,
nggak
right.
ada sih gitu. Well, then you have to
Mm,
show that you do empathize with people. Nggak cuma
yeah,
ngomong di Facebook aja.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
bigger
ngerti.
than that. And then
Yeah,
buat orang-orang seperti gue, Pastor Aldo, dan teman-teman lainnya dalam grup pejuang, we prove it. We prove it that we actually become allies to other communities. Gitu.
I see.
So I don't
What,
really fight.
yeah. Oh, no, you kill them with kindness. You
Yep.
do. Well, okay, so you said change has to start at the local level. Maksudnya kita jangan hanya mikirnya presiden, kita mikirnya kelurahan kita mikirnya our neighbors. How do we make
Yes.
things better even in that small community? What was your proudest moment of change for your community? Jadi bukan tentang presiden, bukan tentang EU, WHO, but in your actual community, what was the best change that you're really proud of or that you love?
Okay. So waktu gue mulai grup Modero,
Yeah,
dan itu grup nari ya.
yeah.
So proudest moment for me personally adalah
Mhm.
grup Modero ini, because if buat orang-orang yang nggak tahu, itu ada sekitar 12 gereja Indonesia di South Philly dan satu masjid
Oh,
ya.
didn't know that.
Jadi imagine South Philadelphia yang is not that big,
Mhm.
nggak sebesar Jakarta Selatan pun, dan
True.
terbagi-bagi dengan gereja ya. Jadi terbagi-bagi
Mm,
dengan komunitas agama ya.
okay.
And then here comes Modero yang benar-benar traditional culture, right?
Let's see.
So
Yeah.
so I guess my proudest moment yang gue banggain itu, gue bangga Modero menjadi suatu safe space di mana orang bisa datang. It doesn't matter lo agamanya apa, it doesn't matter lo
Mm,
dari suku mana, they can enjoy sama-sama menikmati traditional culture ini gitu, kebudayaan tradisional
mm.
kita. Kalau Modero udah bikin food festival, we have 1,000 people coming, ya. So we make
Wow.
pertunjukan, people coming. So like,
That's a lot
dan
of
gue juga,
people.
ya, dan gue juga gitu, oh like, holy shit, like how, ya? We don't know
Yeah,
how
yeah,
it
yeah.
happened, you know? Tapi orang datang dan sangat enjoy gitu. Jadi
Mm,
we like to believe Modero is actually bridging that gap, menjadi
mm.
jembatan untuk orang-orang untuk just come and enjoy. Kamu adalah orang Indonesia, terserah mau agamanya apa, mau sukunya apa, tapi kita datang sama-sama menikmati ini
Local
kebudayaan
culture.
tradisional.
Wow.
And food brings people together, gitu.
Yes,
So
yes.
I guess
Food.
like that's
Yeah.
my proudest moment. Dan Modero
Wow.
is recognized gitu, recognized in the city. And I think that's why gue punya relationship yang baik dengan mayor, dengan councilman,
Mm,
councilwoman. We
yeah,
perform everywhere.
yeah,
Jadi we're like duta bangsa,
yeah,
istilahnya,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
We're
yeah.
like the ambassador in that way. So we bring the culture to people, and food is
Yeah,
universal, music is
yeah.
universal. Gitu.
True.
So I would say like that would be my proudest moment.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Mind is blown. So what's really cool about this is change itu, guys, ternyata nggak usah juga lewat kita harus ngeganti legislasi, nggak usah kita harus dapat sejuta orang supporting our campaign, tetapi juga 12 people can change the community with dance, with art, with food. Jadi dari 12 orang sampai 1.000 orang lebih mengerti tentang kultur Indonesia itu kan keren banget. And I think that's something
Mm.
we sometimes forget, especially like, millennial generation, the younger generation that wants really big results very fast, right? So
Yeah.
when people ask me like, how do you become a millionaire in a year? I'm like, millionaire rupiah atau, because
Right.
everything takes time, like everything takes work and you start small.
Yeah.
So that's really cool to hear. Okay, well, on that note, was there someone who didn't believe what you believe at first, misalnya tentang LGBTQ plus rights, mereka nggak percaya dengan belief kamu, tetapi udah gitu nge-switch. Nah, when they switch on any issue it is that you've talked about, when they switch, gimana? Like, how did you accept them? Atau what did you do? How did you talk to them? How did you educate people sehingga mereka bisa ngelihat persepsi lain, sisi lain? Karena sekarang kita kalau sering nge-defend topik kita, sering nge-defend kepercayaan kita itu malah bisa marah-marah gitu. Jadi nakutin orang. But
Yeah,
how did
yeah.
you do it actually?
How do we do it? I think jadi conversation apa sih conversation kalau bahasa Indonesia percakapan ya.
Iya, percakapan.
Conversation happens all the time gitu.
True. Yeah.
Jadi sometimes is casually, kadang-kadang tuh secara santai aja. We see this kind of people and they are the people from our community. Jadi
Right.
We don't only see them di social media ya.
Yeah.
So we continue talking to them, we continue representing what we believe gitu loh.
Yeah.
Dengan cara yang orang juga bisa menerima gitu. Jadi it's actually not radical karena like the minute you become radical, even though radical can be used in a positive way, orang mungkin apalagi orang Indonesia kalau nggak santun, you can't, you know, like they are not going to accept ya. Jadi gue walaupun gue adalah orang yang sangat energetic dan sangat radikal in my opinion, when it comes to orang Indonesia, gue harus selalu ingat nilai-nilai Indonesia kita gitu loh. So pernah nggak gue berantem di social media? Of course, pastilah kita pernah argue. But we always show them when we meet them that we actually very respectful. Dan gue harus ingat itu gitu. Gue harus apa namanya, like I didn't learn it the hard way, but tapi gue jadi ingat, oh ya, kalau kita mau orang menerima, kita juga harus menerima pendapat mereka. So like the conversation has to go both ways. Yeah. So I'll give you like an example. Gue ketemu sama orang di toko Indonesia yang benci banget sama LGBT.
Okay.
And then he comes and talk to me and like, kenapa sih lo dukung-dukung kayak gitu? Itu kan orang-orang sakit gitu ya.
Yes.
So then gue bilang, maksudnya sakit gimana? Like I challenge their thinking, right?
I see.
Maksudnya sakit gimana? Ya sakit lah, gini-gini. Ya terus kalau udah lahir dari kayak gitu, terus sakitnya dari mana? Kalau dari kecil, cowok, tapi like a little bit more feminine, terus sakitnya dari mana? Ya gini-gini. You know, like so upset. But then you challenge them a little bit with science, you challenge them with facts. Like, okay, tapi orang ini bisa kerja, orang ini bisa berfungsi dalam komunitas, and he doesn't hurt anybody. So what do you think about that? Gitu. Jadi you challenge them, right?
Yeah.
Jadi I'm not gonna tell them, lo harus percaya apa yang gue percaya, gitu.
Ngerti.
I'm not gonna tell them that. So I try to personally aja, I try to challenge their mindset supaya mereka berpikir, I'm like, coba deh lo pikirin. Kalau misalnya orang yang baik, kenapa sih kita nggak baik aja, temenan aja sama orang ini? Why do we have to change them? All we have to do is accept them. Kan emang lo diajakin jadi gay? Nggak kan? Gitu. Right?
Yeah, true.
Ya udah sih, gitu. Ya udah terus kenapa lo benci banget sama dia, gitu? Ya iya sih, gitu. And then you see this person starting to accept this opinion, gitu.
I see.
Dan sekarang orangnya mulai ikut percaya, mulai ikut posting like, oh, lo nggak boleh kayak gitu sama LGBT community gitu.
Wow.
Like those kind of things. Karena mereka lihat, lo dirugikannya apa gitu.
Yes, understand. Yeah.
Right?
Ruginya apa?
So
Right.
that's why I think the conversation needs to happen all the time. And honestly, for some people, it may be like 1 or 2 conversations. For some people, maybe years of conversations, because kita dibesarin dari kita tuh produk of our upbringing, gitu kan?
Yeah. Well, yes.
Religion. I mean, we talk about this like religion, and then social economic. Yeah, your parents.
Everything.
Gitu. And sometimes, if we come from Indonesia and then we have children here. It's very hard untuk mengajarkan nilai-nilai Indonesia ke anak kita yang sudah lahir di sini, because it's so different. We have to adjust.
Yeah.
You cannot force.
Oh wow.
I hope I answer your question.
No, that was great. No, you're right. Because one of the things is kalau kita percaya apapun kan, kalau misalnya kita percaya dengan minority rights, kita percaya dengan LGBTQ rights, anything at all, when you meet people who doesn't believe in your rights, it's very easy to just langsung bacot, langsung marah-marah, karena you just feel so passionately about it. Tetapi what you're saying is even the smallest things such as satu conversation di mana kita bisa diskusi, one conversation where we can actually have a discussion and not yell at each other matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So change can start with one person. Actually, change can start
Yes.
with one conversation. So
Yeah. Or start with you.
right,
Start
right,
with yourself. Mm-hmm.
right, right. Okay, that's really cool. Well, so if anyone has any questions at all, just feel free. Type any questions that have to do with how do we start, you know, grassroots activism, any lessons, anything that you're curious about starting anything. BTW, if you think this has nothing to do with you, or if you think like, ah, gue berbisnis aja, you know what? What do you think business is actually? We
Yeah.
employ a lot of the same mindset, a lot of the same approaches. Like that's business starts organic, it's local. Oh, thank
Mm-hmm.
you, Joy. And so understand that everything starts with just us first, just us, and then we can always change things with one conversation. So
Yeah.
now that you're, you know, Ibu Guru,
Yeah.
what's now that you're Ibu Guru, did you have a one good experience with like teaching a newbie going into grassroots activism yang sama sekali belum pernah nyoba local anything, local politics, local movements whatsoever?
Experience teaching them or gimana maksudnya?
Or did you lead them in any way, or when they come to you asking questions, like how did you get them involved and how did you get them to stay hopeful, especially if the results aren't immediately, you know?
Yeah, well, so I'll just share a story.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a question from Nas. Nas, I'll answer your question after this. So I'll share you like a little bit of story. So a lot of Indonesians nggak punya surat, undocumented, and sometimes it doesn't
Oh,
happen
okay.
because of their own fault. Yeah, it
Right.
happens because there's like bad people in the community and the bad lawyers. So
I see.
anyways, di dalam, even in my own group, we have members who are undocumented, and then what happened? Dan ada salah satu yang got detained in front of their home. Yeah,
Oh crap.
they're my
Yeah.
member, and then dan anaknya juga nari sama kita. So what happened then? So when that happened, we got together and try to see what we can do to get this person released, because there's a
Okay.
reason why this person should be here. Then
Right.
so we actually get the group to participate in Activism. Jadi art as activism. Ya kan?
Oh, okay.
So
Right. Yeah.
we use our dance, and we use that as a voice to speak. We're claiming our space in Philadelphia, gitu. Kita
Understand.
imigran Indonesia yang tinggal di Philadelphia, but here we are, and we're living here. You should accept us, gitu. So those kind of things, and also involving these kids, because they are actually high school age, involving these kids to speak up about what's going on in the community. We involve them to start talking about knowing your rights. Jadi tahu apa
Okay,
hak
I see.
kamu. If a police come to your door, if ICE comes to your door, what is your rights? Kamu punya hak apa? We teach them that. Dan mereka mulai terlibat seperti itu. Jadi maybe it wasn't really an inspiration because it's actually what happened in our community. Itu banyak
Right.
sekali ya terjadi. So they get involved because I feel that they believe in Modero's mission, which is utilizing the traditional Indonesian culture to also to promote it, but to also start conversations that impacting the community. They know.
Understand.
They know when they come join our dance, it's not just about dancing. Bukan cuman pakai baju keren, pakai
Ngerti.
make up and
Yeah.
everything, but it's actually just existing in Modero in a country that basically our adopted community is
Right.
actually a political movement gitu. Jadi mereka ngerti banget.
Whoa. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, I
Very
know.
cool.
It's like a lot. They don't realize it. They
Right.
do it because they love it
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Tapi
Yeah.
like before, without people realizing, orang-orang Indonesia, suku-suku yang dalam,
Ngerti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just for existing, that is a political movement because you want to exist,
Wow.
gitu.
Oh,
That's
wow. Yeah.
that's
Wow.
part of it. Mereka
Cool.
langsung terjun langsung, gitu. Mereka terjun
I
langsung.
see. I see.
Yeah.
Way to go, inspiring the next generation, especially through the arts, like who doesn't relate to that. And as per Naza's question, how long did it take you to do Modero?
So, long story short, I've been dancing since I was 5.
Whoa.
Actually, so my family is from Central Sulawesi. We're Pamonian, orang Poso.
Yeah, yeah.
Nobody knows that. Yeah, nobody really knows that.
That's cool.
But when I was 5, my mom actually wanted me to learn Tari Jawa. It was so interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. So I learned everything, right? I learned Tari Jawa. I learned everything, including tari-tari Bali, tari Poso, dan lain sebagainya.
Yeah,
How long does it take to establish Modero? Modero is only, so funny. Today is Modero's anniversary. Oh my God.
Whoa! Happy birthday.
November 20th.
Happy
Happy birthday, Modero.
Yay!
So it's 9 years old, but I've been dancing
Wow.
since I was 5. Before I moved to Philly, I started a group called Indonesian Cultural Club. And then I moved to Philly. So I thought, let me start something and using a name that means something to me, which is Dero is the social dance yang dalam lingkaran gitu, like it's a circle in Poso.
Yeah.
You're holding hands. So
Okay.
Modero is actually kata kerjanya, is the
Wow.
yeah, kata kerjanya. So it's like the verb, right? Jadi Modero is like doing that dance, which is it's a circle because when you think about community, right? Like we're supposed to be connected to each other.
Right. Wow.
So
Well, happy anniversary.
thank you. Oh my God, I just realized I have to do a post.
Right. Wow. Okay. Well, we've learned a ton from you. If anyone has any questions about building any movement, because turns out it's not this big, bad, scary, impossible thing. When people think of movements or creating anything at all or creating a change, we're all thinking like, oh crap, how do we become Nelson Mandela? And you're more like, well, no, man, how do you even change 10 people? And or even one, or even ourselves. It really starts with us. If anyone has any questions at all, let us know. Okay, well, now that you're also teaching the next generation and you're bringing them on your Activism, how do you keep them motivated when they're like, Ibu Guru, I mean, I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I feel like I've been doing this for a year. I mean, for you and me, like we've done a lot of things for more than a year. I've been doing this for a year, but it seems like I'm not changing anything. Then what?
I think some of them have different motivation joining Modero.
Okay.
So Modero, it's amazing. Like I don't feel like I don't want to brag, but Modero is pretty amazing because we have amazing people in it. Yeah. It's not me. And Modero is always challenging all of our members and also challenging the organization itself. Meaning, kalau kita cuman nari di South Philadelphia, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
It's not exciting. So we always trying to
Okay.
do something that's a little bit different. Yeah. So
Mm.
what do? We try to dance for the city. We contacted them, and
Yep.
successful. Then we become that. That's why we're pretty known in the city. And
Nice.
then what else did we do? We wanted to be the first ever Indonesian dance group to perform at Disney World, and we did it in
What? No way.
2017. Yes,
Really? You're
yes,
so
first
cool.
ever in Disney World.
What?
And
Okay.
we talk about it. So I think they feel like they make a difference, or they feel like they get challenged, because as
Right.
a group, we sit together and then I ask them, where do you all want to dance? And then they
Wow.
said, oh, we want to dance at this. Oh, we want to dance at this. Gitu kan.
Yeah.
So I'm the person who's like probably never give up and then gak tau
Yeah.
malu. Like I have thick
Yeah.
skin. And I'm like, let me
Uh-uh.
try to make it happen. Like for me, it's a motivation gitu.
Yeah,
So let
yeah.
me tell you about this Disney World. Walaupun it's like so capitalist, ya. Disney World
Gak
trip.
apa-apa. Yeah.
Kita bawa 15 dancers,
Yeah.
but we brought 10 orang dari South Philadelphia area to go to Disney World. And the people
Whoa.
that sometimes haven't left Philadelphia at all.
Oh, wow.
I feel like that's the accomplishments, right?
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow.
So imagine,
Wow.
then because of that, yang kadang-kadang like I'm like a little bit terharu gitu.
Yeah.
People say to me like, makasih ya. So they call me Teacher Sinta. Makasih Teacher Sinta. Kalau nggak karena Modero, mungkin kita nggak pernah nginjek Disney World. Because
Oh,
Disney World itu kan mahal. Even if you
yeah.
go there to dance for free, you still have to pay for like some tickets. You still have to pay for
Yeah,
your
it's
trip.
expensive. Yeah.
So, dan kita fundraising bareng-bareng gitu.
Oh
We
my
fundraise
gosh.
together to bring these people. Whoever wants to come, like we did that. I
Yeah.
think it was pretty amazing. So we challenged them. So that's one of them. And then waktu Pope Francis, jadi waktu
Yeah.
Paulus datang
I remember.
2015,
Yep.
we got invited to perform also.
What?
Yeah, we were
You
at the World
perform for
Festival.
the Pope? What?
Yeah, we were performing at the World Festival. Apa sih namanya? World Family Festival stage.
Yeah. That's
Bangga
I
nggak
had
sih?
no idea. I had
Yeah.
no idea.
We were there. We were there. We have to go through everything. So apa Secret
Yeah.
Service, jadi like all the background checks and everything.
Oh
Kita
my
did.
gosh.
We were treated like superstars. We got our own bus. Oh, it was awesome.
Mouth drop on the floor. I'm very confused. I don't know who
So
I'm talking to anymore.
so like Modero is pretty awesome in the sense that we make those kind of differences in the community. Jadi
Ngerti.
yang join
Yeah.
Modero biasanya bangga gitu loh.
Yeah, wow. And I love how you created all these goals dan jadi shameless. Jadi nggak peduli amat, let's just go for it.
Yeah.
Seems like you're making a huge difference. Dan tadi ada yang nanya, do you think you'll run for local office ever?
Everybody asks me that. I don't know. Gua belum, like I feel like I don't want to do that because then I can't do Modero.
Okay, I see.
Right?
Yeah,
I can't be in South Philadelphia jalan-jalan beli tempe itu nggak bisa mungkin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Like I feel like my love is my community. My love is the people. So when I become a politician, you almost have to sell your soul to the devil. It happens.
To an extent. Yes.
It doesn't mean I don't want to do it. Gue tuh like I think about it and I'm like, maybe I can make a difference that way.
Yeah. In another way. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I actually got like a couple organizations asking me to be their executive director gitu ya, like immigration. But I'm like, if I do that, that means I cannot do these other things.
Understand. Yeah.
So maybe the answer is maybe.
Maybe. Never say never.
I don't know. No, yeah, I know because I'm like, maybe I can make a difference that way too, but I just don't want to be like, I don't know, because I feel like, I mean, like your dad did it,
He
right?
never he never entered into actual government ever.
Oh, he wasn't
He
he wasn't a menteri, no?
Nope. So, just FYI, ayah saya Dr. Syahrir, contrary to popular belief, dia itu belum pernah menjadi menteri. He was never a menteri, but everyone thought so, which is really weird.
Yes.
Everyone thinks that he was never a menteri. You can Wikipedia it, you can research it, but he did run for president, which was really weird. I think he got like point something % of the votes. And funny story, when he failed so publicly, and everyone's like, Dr. Syahrir, tuh kan ternyata nggak bisa, tuh kan gagal, tuh kan ini. Dalam waktu hanya 24 jam, dia minta meeting dengan partai dia, dan partai dia bilang, ini pasti meetingnya karena untuk mourning our failure gitu kan, ini pasti untuk merasa benar-benar kita letting go all our sadness, kita nangis-nangis bersama. But what happened was, no, he said, hey, let's find a way to make a change again. And everyone's like, what?
That's awesome.
So I don't know, because he's never done government, but it seems that a lot of people ask you though.
Yes. Yeah. And then
Never
I
say
didn't
never.
think so. And then I didn't think so. And then someone was like, dia pernah jadi menteri kan? I'm like, really? I don't remember gitu. But like, thank you for clarifying. Now I know. So, like, I don't know. So he probably knows, like, there's a lot of work that comes to running an office.
Running for office is insane.
Yeah, running for office. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to.
True. But never say never.
Well, true. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Kalau nggak ada pertanyaan lagi, I'm just going to ask several last questions. What would you say for someone yang sekarang lagi ngelihat ini atau yang lagi berasa passionate tentang sebuah topik? Kan sekarang Indonesia lagi banyak banget undang-undang yang di-passing, lagi banyak banget drama-drama. How would you recommend them untuk mulai selain lewat social media, selain ngeposting-posting?
Yeah. So the first thing that you should ask yourself is like, how much do you really care about this issue? So don't do it because it's a trend.
Aduh.
Because like, karena gini, kalau lo nggak bener-bener peduli, if you're not really passionate about it, then you're gonna half-ass everything that you do, right?
True.
Karena lo akan capek. This work is not glamorous work. This work, you have to get your hands dirty, gitu loh. It's not about suddenly gua sama besoknya langsung lo bisa live sama Gita. That's not the work. The work is many years of doing this thing. You know what I'm saying? Nggak langsung tiba-tiba lo bakalan masuk di news gitu loh. Langsung di interview BBC. Like, that's not the work. So think about it first. How much do you really care about this? Or do you just want to prove to people that you're right about certain issues, right? That's one. You have to start there. I think it's super important. The second thing you should do is lihat apakah ada organisasi-organisasi atau grup-grup yang memang sama-sama peduli dengan isu ini, and you join them, because it's not a one-person fight. It should be a collaborative fight. Jadi, dan lihat kalau misalnya peduli dengan isu-isu perempuan, dengan RUU PKS, so then you really care about isu perempuan. Oke, lihat, ada nggak organisasi yang peduli perempuan, organisasi tentang kesetaraan perempuan tuh banyak sekali di Indonesia, udah banyak.
Benar.
Right? Like, I get connected with so many people. So you join them, and when you join them, you have to have an open mind, gitu. Then if you're gonna join this kind of movement, you have to go all in. Nggak bisa, you cannot like, gue males, gitu. And that happens. But grassroots activism is definitely not a glamorous work. So those are the two things. Nanti kalau misalnya when you join a group, when you join an organization, then you started thinking about what their mission is. And sometimes it takes 2 to 3 times untuk join suatu organizations, because the first organization you join may not align everything with your mission too.
Yeah, understand.
There's going to be organization that probably doing things a certain way. Jadi lo like when you get in there, you're like, kok kayak gini sih? Like, this is not really
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
wanted, you know, this is
yeah,
not what I believe in. So then you go, but you should find people who are like-minded,
yeah.
yang mau, yang that have the same mission. And if you can't find our organization, you find those people and start that movement with people, not
I
alone.
see. Yeah.
It's not about you. It's about
Mm, yeah,
it's about the community. It's about the people.
I see. Wow. Okay. Well, so on that note, since I think Instagram will kick us out, what
Oh,
is
right.
what is your favorite quote or a motto that you live by anytime things feel impossible or hopeless?
Oh my gosh. Do I even have a quote?
Or
So I guess my quote,
anything that you live by.
yeah.
Yeah,
So my quote will be from Maya Angelou.
yeah.
I forgot the exact quote, but people people don't remember how you would say, but they will remember how you would make them feel.
True. True.
So I go by that. Yeah. I may say something bad, but I feel like if I'm helping somebody, they'll remember that. I feel like if I'm, make them feel special, make them feel welcome, they'll remember that more than they'll remember what I've said.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm
Yes.
I'm so like I'm so in love now with everything that you've done. Jadi benar-benar belajar dari Ibu Guru Sinta bahwa the change actually starts with you first. Tetapi kita harus dig deep. Kita itu maunya benar-benar kayak apa nih? Atau kita cuma ikutin tren? Atau kita the worst one is we just want to prove someone wrong. Kalau
Right.
misalnya kita benar-benar peduli, it has to be outside of us, bukan tentang diri kita lagi. Dan change
Absolutely.
actually starts with you, and it can start with just one other person that you help. Dan betapa
Yeah.
pentingnya bahwa kita terus coba diskusi dan debat dengan akal sehat daripada marah-marah satu sama lain, apalagi lewat Facebook yang bisa nggak jelas arahnya.
Mhm.
Dan juga sebenarnya in the end kita bisa nggak killing people dengan kindness? Kita bisa nggak terus melihat manusia sebagai manusia? So seeing the humanity in literally everybody, even people yang nggak percaya dengan kepercayaan kita. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. I learned so much from
No,
you.
thank
Can
you.
I interview you again one day, please?
Of course, of course. Jangan lupa di save ya ini interviewnya.
Oh yeah. Thank you for the reminder.
Yeah.
The gut that
So we can put it on YouTube. Yeah. Thank you, Gita. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
So awesome
Oh.
to know you.
Night, and good day, actually.
Yeah.
And happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yay, Mateo. Bye.
Bye.